in the or like in 2015-ish, 2016, all these machine learning algorithms started emerging that really impacted the digital ad buying and bidding process. And a lot of these digital marketing agencies made a lot of money on kind of on managing your ad spend on platforms like Facebook or I guess now Meta, as
Mhm.
well as in Google, and that's kind of bread and butter for agencies. And then there were new solutions that came out from Google and Facebook that allowed you to automate a lot of that. So, like the humans that were running spreadsheets no longer really had to do that. So then it became those folks started saying, all right, let's focus on creative. And instead of on optimizing for cost per click or CPM or cost per outcome, let's optimize the creative. These same digital marketing agencies do everything from SEO to your retention marketing to your website to positioning to strategy, all of it. And but I really think that the big shift happened with the kind of the bidding and the optimization of those ad spends. Um, and then in the last 5 years, with the emergence of GPTs, for like GPT-3 was kind of the first one that went mainstream about 3 years ago. Now the human creative process is interrupted. And then those LLMs started getting better and better. And now we have platforms that people can use to create, replicate photo shoots. So, like, Nano Banana or other similar platforms allow you to create content that is remarkably good. And for the last like 3 to 5 years, all the creatives have been saying, well, hey, the optimization people who have been interrupted by these machine learning algorithms, their jobs are in peril, but my job isn't because I'm the creative. I'm the person that creates all this content. I'm the photographer. You can't replace that. But now that's a question as these models have gone from, showing six fingers, sausage fingers,
Mhm.
weird situations to being very, very believable and on brand and beautiful in addition to performance. So it started with kind of the numbers and the data crunching and then emerged into the words that marketers use. And now it's into the creative assets.
Like, you don't necessarily need a copyright team that is churning out as many articles or content creation. You don't necessarily need as many people doing Photoshop, or you don't need as many photographers, or you don't need a pipeline of models with different body types and skin tones. So you get to this point, like what you'd mentioned, like these are actual jobs that people are, they're actually good at this niche in the industry. What what would you suggest, like as a skill shift for them?
Well, I think the need for that imagery is the same. Marketers want it, so become an expert in the latest tools to serve those industries. Because I do see people kind of falling into three camps. One is people in the industry saying, hey, this model is evolving and we're jumping, or this business model is evolving, we're jumping forward, we're going to be the early adopters. I see people saying, no, I've been in this industry for 20 years like me, and this is another flash in the pan, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm just going to hold on. And then I see maybe the biggest group of people saying, like, I'm frozen, I'm paralyzed, I'm not sure what to do. I'm just going to kind of watch everything and then let somebody else tell me what to do. And I think that, those are all options. But what I would recommend is like dive in, play, try, experiment. Because if I could be a photographer who also knows, if I'm a photographer and I know how to do Photoshop, like let's rewind 10 years ago, that's a very valuable photographer, because I can do the photography as well as the editing. And if I can do photography, Photoshop to edit things, and also be an expert in some of these generative tools, you got a trifecta there.
Hmm.
So it's kind of just a constant evolution. And some people are saying, no, 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 I'm a photographer only. I'm a purist. I'm only going to be a photographer. I'm not going to do any of the production work or the after, the
I guess
production work.
post production, I guess.
Yeah, post production. And it's like, well, okay. I mean, that is a choice for you, to be the best photographer,
Hmm.
But I would be expanding my toolkit across all these technologies to, um, to take advantage of that.